Hey, welcome back to Tennessee Buck Outdoors. Today, we're going to show you what you might want to pack either going around town or on a road trip. Everything but the kitchen sink. Maybe. I think you're going to like it. Okay, we're going to start off from right. We're going to go left. Now, the first thing you see is my first aid pack. As you can see, it's first aid. I've got a lot in here. It's like you never know what you might run up on, but I custom made this. Now, there's also this little one here. I bought this and I custom made this. It's got band-aids, it's got gauze, it's got ice packs, Neosporin, just like that one, but the other one's also got a wound wash. These right, the small ones right here will stay in the Scouts, the big Scout and the little Scout. This one right here, I keep here in the Rab that I call the Grinch, and in the truck. So it comes in pretty handy. I've got a little hook right here and I can just hook it. Now, once again, since this is a 1998 Toyota RAV4, a lot of the older ones will not have the jacks. This one has still got the factory jack in it, but if you don't have one, you need to make sure you got a jack on any trip that you go on. Next, and we'll bring you around here a little bit, is this little pouch right here. As you can see, you need a flashlight. Got this one at Harbor Freight. It's handy dandy, easy peasy. Let me put this back up here. Alright, now in this one right here, I keep a cover, blanket, whatever you want to call it, for the simple reason during the winter time, you never know, like I said, if you take a trip or even go to town, you have to break down, you've got to break down, you stay warm. These little bitty emergency ponchos, it's a 2-pack, you can buy them at the Walmart. They used to be $1. I think they're $1.50 now. Or you can get this is a youth rain pouch, but it comes in handy just in case, like if you got kids. Next, we're going to open up this one, and I keep gloves in here. Now these old Jersey gloves, farmers have been using these for years. I love them. I keep them. And then these right here in case you got a, little bit of tires, mechanical work. Self-explanatory here. Paper towels. Of course, you'll see I've got Windex and stuff like that in here in case if there's a mess or whatever. And also, can't hardly tell, but here, I'll open up this one, or try to. People are just going to have to leave me alone. I'm trying. You might just have to take my word for it. It's a fire starter. You just light it in case if you're out somewhere and it's night and you got to stay warm or heat something up. Another one is, now this is an old medicine bottle. And as you can see, I got cotton in there. And this cotton has got Vaseline on it. These are good fire starters also. Now, let's go over here to this one. Open it up. And of course, you've got your fire starter. Now you can use a, Bic, lighter, whatever, matches. But This right here is, you know, like the old flint rock style. I can't even talk, man. But I'm gonna put it right there because that's where it's supposed to go. Next is a couple of whistles. Now this right here is 4 whistles in one. It says thermometer, magnifier, compass, and whistle. These are good, and if you're not even just for traveling, if you're walking through town or somewhere, you need to keep a whistle with you, especially the ladies. That way it will draw attention. Next, I've got another whistle. It's got a compass on it. It's orange. It's got a thing you can put around your neck. Also, you can take this off, and it's got matches. Or you put matches in there. So you can buy waterproof matches, or you can put regular matches, stick matches in here. Now, like I said, it's got a compass on it. Now, true story, I had a watch that had a compass on it, and I told the guy, I said, I can look at this compass and I'll know exactly where I'm at when I get out of my truck. He was a smart ass. He said, oh yeah, where are you? I said, next to my truck. Bum. Okay, that's your bad joke for today. Now, we'll keep on going. And we've got, yep, that's a trash bag. It can turn into a poncho, or like if you're out and you're camping or eating or something like that, you can use that as your, like a, for the purpose, trash bag. Then you've got hand warmers. Like I said, we're still winter here in the South. Even though, at 1 o'clock it might be raining, 70 degrees. At 6 o'clock it can be 34 degrees. So hand warmers. Hand warmers is something that you can just keep in here at all times. Last but not least. Now this goes without saying. Toilet paper. I keep toilet paper in every one of my vehicles. Of course, I always take it when I go hunting, but on a road trip, you take it because you never know when the next road, restroom is going to be. It's got a lot of uses, but you need your toilet paper. All right, let's keep on going. Let's shove all this stuff back in here. A lot of you would say, well, why don't you just stop the video and do that? Well, I'm not. Next thing is this little jackery. This little jackery's got inlets that you can start your, you can recharge your phones or whatever. It's also got a little 110 outlet in case you need that. So if you're taking a road trip, you definitely want to take a jackery or something like this. It does come in handy because, like, if you're out and it's in a traffic jam and you're running low on gas anyway, you can cut off your engine and still charge up your phones with this right here. Next is, it's my custom built tool bag. Now, I'm going to go in depth with this a little bit later and show you everything I bring, but it's mostly wrenches, pliers, sockets, everything you need to work on this little one right here. I make it specifically for this RAV4. Next is a shovel. As you can see, it's good for digging out in snow, or if you get stuck in the mud. If you can take a back road and you get stuck, might be able to help you with that. Another thing is kitty litter. This right here was like $1.50, $2 a bag at Walmart. If it's ice on the road, it'll also help you get traction when you're leaving, going up a hill, getting out of a ditch, or if you got an oil spill, it's good for that. Another thing is keep you one of these. You got your scraper, you got your brush. It's good to brush your vehicle off of a morning or scrape your eyes. Now, we'll get on over here. Hold on. Okay, now we're looking at this little, I guess we call them milk cartons or whatever. So, one of the things you want to keep in here is a little thing of WD-40. You can use a bigger can, small cans. It's good in case you have a squeak or something like that. You can spray it. You never know when you might need it for something else. This little magnetic things to hold your nuts and bolts. Have you ever watched the movie The Christmas Story when he loses all of his dad's lug nuts? Well, been there, done that, didn't have this, should have. So, I don't even know if it was invented then. This comes in handy for that. You definitely want that. I got safety glasses just in case you have to work on your vehicle. Next, this right here, of course it's a Walmart brand. This is a tire air compressor. They make the ones, I like the ones that looks like a drill. I've got that for the truck. But this one right here is compact. It's very good. You can air your tire up. And if you have a flat, speaking of, I've got a tire plug kit with some extra plugs, because you never know when you're going to run into something. You might not have a spare tire, or your spare tire might be flat. You can plug your tire, then air it back up with your air compressor. Now, tire gauge. Always have a tire gauge. That's going around town or whatever. Always have one. You might want to buy the bigger one. You never know. They're a little bit different. The bigger one is nice to have. Or is this one right here. Plug it up, it'll read what you got. Hit your little button right there, release it. Or if you want one like this, you can get this. I got this on the Harbor Freight, and it is accurate. I've checked it. Another thing is a fire extinguisher. Now, you've seen the ones on Amazon, and I've looked at reviews and stuff like that. This one right here is really nice. It is not really going to damage your wiring. A lot of them do if you have a fire, but it's very easy to use. You take it out of the cradle, pull the pin, do the pass, pull, aim, squeeze, and shoot or sweep. Sweep and shoot, shoot and sweep. But you need that. Next is I always keep an extra quart of oil, for the simple reason you never know. Now this one right here is starting to use a little bit. Like I said, it's a 1998. It's been very well kept, but it is starting to use a little bit. Then, like I said, always keep some Windex. A lot of people don't keep it in the car, but if you're going to go on a trip, it's not bad to take. And of course, de-icer. Like I said, we're still in the winter, so it's going to stay in the car until I know it's not going to freeze. So we're going to do that. Now, another thing that this is very good to have. This is a jump starter. This jump starter, all you got to do is pull this back, plug this in, and then turn it on, put it on your battery, turn it on, and it will give you enough juice to start your battery if it's not going to start. They do make bigger ones. This one right here for this little vehicle is perfect, but you can also buy the big one. I have the big ones for the truck and we got one for the Scout. Now if you've got jumper cables, that's good. I own jumper cables and I usually keep them in the truck. I have never used them personally to jump one of my vehicles, but I have jumped so many vehicles, it's not funny. Hey, you got jumper cables? Sure. Okay. But if you're out somewhere and there's nobody around that has jumper cables, then you're going to need them. Alright, a couple more things and then we'll be done. Like I said, a couple more things, we'll be done. This right here. See this? It's got the little pointy thing on it right here. This right here, you want to keep in your vehicle next to you. You know, it's got a little strap right here that you can mount it, or it's right here. Ow. What this does, if you are in a wreck and you need to get out and your seat belt will not come unloose, this right here will slice your seat belt. If for some reason your windows will not come down, your door will not open, you can use this. Do that, it'll break your glass. Make sure that you're looking at what, head over here. And by some accident that you are in water, don't panic. As you go down, the pressure will go down. If you've got a handle, it will roll down. Chances are, if you've got a electrical, it won't, but your door should come open. But if it don't, use this. Now this is also good if you're going somewhere and you see it's during the hot of the summer and there is a animal or a baby in a vehicle. Of course, it's your responsibility. I mean, it's to you whether or not you think you might get sued, but you can break the glass to get the baby out. If the parents is around and they've lost their keys and they're panicking, then you ask them to do this, or the pet. But like I said, that could be a legal thing, but just in case they say, yeah, I need to break the glass, you'll have this thing. Alright, the next thing is, and we've talked about this before, is the backpack. During the wintertime, I keep socks, wool socks, underwear, sweatpants, sweatshirts, a boggin, gloves in here to in case it gets real cold. Like I said, you might be stopped somewhere, you have to reserve gas, or if you fall into the lake or the river or something, you've got these to stay warm, also to help somebody else. And on a road trip, and I've got to go over here and I'll be right back. Water. Take you some water. You never know. It can be 50 more miles before you get to a service station or convenience store or whatever, or the next exit, and water. Water's good. Also, take you along some snacks, some high fiber, high carbon snacks. Now I'm diabetic, but at the same time, you got to keep your energy up. And if you're in need, you do this. I got a buddy of mine that carries a big bag, one of those freezer bags. He makes him some Chex Mix. As he's driving down the road, he'll eat his Chex Mix. So that's also a very, very important thing. Now, if you think it's something I've missed, let me know, and we'll add it to the next video. But just remember, subscribe, hit the like, ring the bell, and do a little dance. And for Hunter Boy, Supervisor Scout, and last time I checked, I'm Jeff. Thanks for watching. Oh, and check this one out.